iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Full-Time Fantasy Show. FullTimeFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Full-Time Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Dr. Roto, get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Now, normally I go through the games and I break them down, but man, oh man, there are so many injuries and so many things affecting fantasy owners. I think I have to look at it from a different perspective today. If I have some time, I will go through the games. For sure, I will go through the games on my radio show from 2 to 3 p.m. on FNTSY, okay? Now, let's just figure out where we are. Will Fuller, I don't know if he's going to play. Dealing with a hamstring injury, it's a problem. Big game against the Titans, and Bill O'Brien's non-committal whether he's going to play or not. Richard Sherman, dealing with an MRI on his injured hamstring. Big problem. He has been absolutely stellar this year, and I don't think that the 49ers can afford to lose him. If he has to sit against the Falcons, then he's going to sit against the Falcons. That's for sure. All right, a little good news here. Mark Andrews' knee injury is considered minor. There's a little contusion. He looks like he's going to play against the Jets. But look, there's Nick Boyle, there's Hayden Hurst. I just don't know whether we can rely on Mark Andrews this week. Jay Glazer is saying that Odell Beckham wants out of Cleveland. You know, we've been hearing that. But it just seems crazy to me. He gets to go to Cleveland. He's playing with his best friend, and it's not good enough. And I think I know the answer. I really do. I think I know the answer. Beckham wants to win, and he knows that Cleveland is a losing environment. He knows it, right? So I really believe that Beckham will be elsewhere next year. Adam Vinatieri, season-ending knee surgery. He's done. Chase McLaughlin will be the kicker. Fact. Bruce Arians says Mike Evans will be done this season. He says he'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if he plays. I don't think it's going to happen for sure. Right? For sure, I don't think he plays. I mean, that was a bad hamstring injury. You saw it at the time. They have nothing to play for. So if you have Chris Godwin, good for you. Rashad Perriman is going to play. Justin Watson, watch him. Crazy, but that's what's going to happen. Okay, Rashad Penny going to miss the remainder of the season with a knee injury. So just when Penny was starting to get more playing time, boom, his playing time is gone, which is a big problem because he's gone. And I know a lot of people held on to him all season. So Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes were not 100% when they left that game. I'm still going on. There's more. There's more, by the way. DJ Chark left the game with a boot. And he was on a scooter. And basically ESPN reporter says it's way more serious than a run-of-the-mill ankle sprain. Look, Jacksonville's going nowhere. Chark is being shut down. Right? Chark is being shut down for sure. Okay? So you won't see him anymore. Maybe Keelan Cole will have some value. Obviously D.D. Westbrook and Chris Conley. Crazy, but this is what's happening. Desmond Trufant will undergo season-ending surgery to repair a broken forearm. Desmond Trufant is obviously their best cornerback. Isaiah Oliver and Kendall Sheffield are terrible, so that's who will be starting next week for Atlanta. Daniel Jones out for 2 to 4 weeks. There's no reason to ever see him again. I think Eli Manning plays the last few games. That's it. Darius Geis, an MRI on his injured knee. And, you know, when he went down in that game, it looked a little dicey there. But Darius Geis just cannot stay healthy. I mean, it's sad for this guy, but he's not going to play. Good news. Here's a little bit of good news. Adam Schefter reports that Juju Smith-Schuster looks like he's going to play against the Bills in Week 15. Here's the bad news. The Bills in Week 15 are really good, right? The Bills are really good. So let's see. There's some more injuries I want to talk about. Jameis Winston had a small hand fracture, but he came back to the game. But, you know, we got to watch that closely. There's another one here. Give me 1 second Wasn't Calvin Ridley injured? Yeah, he left the game with an abdomen injury, and I think this is more major than it looks like. Josh Jacobs, why were the Raiders going to bring him back? Seriously. Why is Evan Engram going to come back? Devontae Parker with a concussion. I mean, so look at the quality of people. Evans, Penny, Chark, Geis, Ridley, Jacobs, Parker, Fuller, Engram, Daniel Jones. Unreal. Seriously, unreal. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Here we are at the critical time to win our fantasy championship, and all those guys are going to be out. So I don't know whether it's going to be the best team winning the fantasy championship. It may be the team with the best players left, right? Best players left. Those are some major names there. Mike Evans, second-round pick. Rashad Penny, great sleeper. Chark, great sleeper. Geis, great sleeper. Andrews has been fantastic. Ridley, 4th or 5th round pick. Parker's picked it up as of late. Josh Jacobs, 3rd round pick. Will Fuller, Engram. These are all good players. So, look, I've said this before. I'm going to say this again. The best team does not win a fantasy football championship. Not always. I mean, we talk about this all the time in the Fantasy Football World Championship. That it's the team that has the best 3 weeks. The best 3 weeks. I put up 196 points in the online championship this week. My team vaulted from like 20-something to 3rd. Am I the best team? I don't know. But I was a pretty darn good team on Sunday. So now all of a sudden, I'm in the mix. I didn't think I was going to win this year. I think my team was good. But Jameis Winston went off, and Aaron Jones went off, and Derrick Henry went off, and boom, 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 all of a sudden, I'm in the mix. It's crazy. But here is why depth is so important. Because with all these injuries, did you have Russell Gage? Didn't I tell you to have Russell Gage? I begged you to have him, right? If something happened, I thought it was going to happen to Julio, not to Calvin Ridley. But I begged you to have Russell Gage. That's how you win championships, by having the right depth to cover your players. All right, so I'm going to go through some of these games, and I'm just going to give you a nugget or two. I'm not going to break them down. I'll break them down on the radio show later. But the Rams and the Seahawks. Rams are playing at a very high level right now. Very high level. It's such a difference when Brandon Cooks is out there. It opens the field for Bobby Trees and Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee and everybody else. Rams are playing at a really high level. Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't think so, but I think that they're getting better and better, and Dallas better be worried next week. Packers and Redskins, I'm just going to say this. Does anybody out there really believe? That Aaron Rodgers is a starting quarterback on a winning fantasy football team? I don't think he is. He's got 3 games all year over 300 yards. 3. Redskins without Darius Geis. I mean, are they? I can't even. Unwatchable. They're unwatchable with Geis. But, I mean, Geis was the only one thing you're like, oh, maybe Geis is good. Now he's done. Lions and Vikings. Look. Blau played very well on Thanksgiving. The Vikings are a different beast. Danielle Hunter was in his grill all game long. Vikings have 2 very winnable games down the stretch. Packers better bring it over the next few weeks, because the Vikings will. 49ers and Saints. What an outstanding game. And by the way, if you ever want to coach in the NFL, go watch that game on Rewind. That should be an ESPN instant classic. Kyle Shanahan and Sean Payton try to outdo each other. Unreal what I saw. Absolutely impressed to the highest degree. And I really think this was a huge game for Jimmy Garoppolo. That he came back at the end. By the way, George Kittle, what a man. What a man at the end of that game. Absolutely great. But that Garoppolo won that game. That is big moving forward, because we asked ourselves, we know the 49ers defense is good, we know the running game is good, but is Jimmy Garoppolo good? Yeah. Yeah, he brought him back. I told you the Falcons were going to have a good game against the Panthers. I did, right? I told you that this was like their Super Bowl, and it was. I think after this, it gets ugly. Certainly no Ridley. It's going to get ugly. No Trufant. It could be a real mess. But the Panthers are done. And I'm very, very, very worried about Christian McCaffrey the next couple of weeks. I am. Very worried. Because, if the Panthers are packing it in, what does that mean for McCaffrey? Ravens and Bills, I thought the Bills played okay, but the Ravens stifled them defensively. Marlon Humphrey stifled John Brown. Josh Allen had no time to throw. Cole Beasley was pretty much shut down. Devin Singletary was their only offensive weapon. Ravens play like this, Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Fact. All right, Browns, Bengals. I told you the Bengals didn't want to win, but Joe Mixon played pretty well. I benched him in 2 different leagues, and I'm very upset at myself. Very upset at myself. He played extremely well, and I give him a lot of credit. He's a good player. You put Joe Burrow on this Bengals team, they're onto something. They just need a better defense. For the Browns, oh man, no Beckham. I don't know. You're left with Landry again. Good thing you have Chubb. I don't know whether Hunt's going to re-sign there. What a mess. What a mess. All right, Broncos and Texans. I need to stop here now. You know I gave you the Broncos, right? I literally handed you money. I handed you money. I told you the Broncos were going to win. This was a money line game. This was a trap game. The Texans had no interest in playing. They just beat the Patriots, and they were playing the Titans. Boom. Broncos came in and beat them up. Beat them up. Drew Lock looked great, and I pretty much won my bet at halftime. Should have had that one, guys. There are not that many games in a year that are that good. That's as good as it gets. All right, the Buccaneers and Colts. I mean, the Bucs just win this game, and I give a lot of credit. The Colts are fading because everybody's injured. I mean, you can't hold the Colts to a standard with no Ebron and no T.Y. Hilton. You just can't. But the Buccaneers, I give them plucky. I give Bruce Arians, man, you're getting my vote for coach of the year. Playing real well. The Buccaneers are outperforming their ability, and I'm telling you, there's some games there that they could have won that they lost. Really have. Adam Gase wins the game with the Jets. The Jets are done this year. They will not win another game. Fact. They won the game against the Dolphins. Dolphins didn't want to win the game anyway. It's over. Mike Williams finds the end zone. Thank God. How is Doug Marrone employed? I don't know. These are the questions I have. How is Doug Marrone employed? He should be fired. But I guess if I'm the Jaguars, you know Marrone is done, and you know Coughlin is done. Get it started. Let's start interviewing. Get Lincoln Riley in here. Get any good college. Get Urban Meyer in there. Urban Meyer liked Florida before. Jacksonville is as nice as Gainesville. It's a Ville. Get him in there. All right, Titans and Raiders. Man, if you don't like how the Titans are playing, I don't know if we could be friends. I love watching the Titans with Ryan Tannehill. It's a good team. A.J. Brown is really good too. Derrick Henry's a beast. I'm becoming a Titan fan. I really am. Just play Tannehill. You follow those words, you're going to be a fantasy winner. All right, the Steelers against the Cardinals. The Cardinals did something that was so mind-boggling to me. Cliff Kingsbury calls a timeout at the beginning of the fourth quarter. He wastes the timeout at the beginning of the fourth quarter. The third quarter just ends, and he calls a timeout. How stupid is that? Not only did you waste a timeout, how would you not be able to come in to the game with knowing what the play is? And Kyler Murray, dude, what are you throwing the ball in traffic for? Just run. Run the football. So hard to watch the Cardinals. I want to get behind them, but I can't. Devlin Hodges, good playing. Deontay Johnson, I love this guy so much. He's going to be a real player. He's going to be a real player. I know that Mike Tomlin is doing load management, telling you this guy's a star. This guy's got Dr. Roto in the 6th round written all over him next year. Shouldn't have said that. Oops. All right, Chiefs-Patriots. Can you believe the Patriot fans were booing at halftime? Now look, maybe rightfully so. Maybe the Patriots were sucking, But booing the Patriots? You're booing Bill Belichick and Tom Brady? They've only won you like 1,000 Super Bowls. How do you have the right to boo them? But at least the Patriots played better in the second half. But ask yourself this question. Which Patriot is startable in fantasy football? Julian Edelman. Fact. Is James White startable? I don't know. Not so sure. So, it's a rough year. Patriots have a great defense, but they don't have a great offense at all. At all. All right, it's time now to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friend. Tonight, Monday night, let's talk about it. You're playing Carson Wentz. You were playing Miles Sanders. You were playing Zach Ertz. You were playing Dallas Goedert. You were playing Alshon Jeffrey. You were playing your Eagles. Let's hear it, Eagles, right? Now, for the Giants, you are playing Eli. Yes, you are. Eli knows how to play the Eagles. You are playing Saquon. You are playing Shepard. You are playing Tate. And if you were so desperate, you were playing Caden Smith. Okay? I wish you luck tonight. I hope you get the points you need. I need Eli tonight to put up about 20, so I will be watching this game. Even if I wasn't a Giant fan, I'd be watching this game. All right, guys, wishing you a great day. This is Dr. Roto saying be well and take care.
Thanks for listening to Full Time Fantasy. There's never been a better time to join and go full time. Visit fulltimefantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO50 for 50% off your first 2 months. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time.